Once dismissed as just another tropical getaway or call center hub, the Philippines has quietly become Asia's most respected nation. For years, headlines focused on political drama and disaster, not progress. But while the world watched louder players, the Philippines transformed, steadily, with resilience and heart. This isn't about sudden wealth or military might, it's about a nation finding its voice through character and compassion. Today, we'll uncover how the Philippines became a global inspiration, not by chasing headlines but by staying true to its values. We're not just looking at numbers, we're exploring the soul of a nation. This is the untold story of the Philippines' rise, rooted in courage, community, and quiet strength. Let's talk about the economy. While global markets wobbled, the Philippines posted steady growth, thanks to smart reforms and a focus on stability. Bureaucracy was slashed, taxes modernized, and foreign investment welcomed, not just for cheap labor but for real partnership. The real engine? Remittances from overseas Filipino workers, turning family support into a national economic backbone. This steady flow created a resilient consumer base, keeping the economy humming even when others stalled. Investors noticed a young, skilled, English-speaking workforce, and a government serious about fiscal discipline. The Philippines became a safe haven, not a risk. While others patched holes, the Philippines built a foundation. It's a masterclass in turning challenges into strengths. The world finally asked, what are they doing right? The answer: building for the long term with people at the center. Quiet confidence replaced old doubts. The Philippines isn't just surviving the storm, it's charting its own course. On the world stage, where superpowers clash, the Philippines has mastered the art of balance. Once seen as America's loyal ally, it now forges its own path, engaging both the US and China, but never at the cost of its sovereignty. In the West Philippine Sea, the Philippines stands firm, using international law and transparency instead of aggression. They document every incident, winning the information war and global support. This principled diplomacy has made the Philippines a model for ASEAN neighbors, showing you don't have to pick sides to stand strong. The world respects their resolve, the US for their independence, China for their backbone, and others for their example. The Philippines is no longer a pawn, it's a player. Their foreign policy is pragmatic, principled, and uniquely their own. They're not just walking the tightrope, they're redefining the game. In a region of uncertainty, they're a voice of reason and strength. The world is watching and learning. The Philippines proves you can lead with both principle and pragmatism. They're shaping the future of Asia, and they're doing it on their own terms. The Philippines' greatest export? Its people. Overseas Filipino workers are no longer just remittance senders, they're global changemakers. Filipino nurses anchor hospitals worldwide, known for skill and compassion. Seafarers keep global trade moving, animators and creatives win awards, tech professionals innovate everywhere. The Filipino brand means excellence, reliability, and warmth. Wherever they go, they build bridges, through empathy, community, and pakikisama. Every OFW is an ambassador, every professional a testament to the nation's spirit. The Philippines' influence is global, deeply human, and impossible to ignore. Their soft power is their people, moving hearts, minds, and industries. The world's respect is earned, one Filipino at a time. Forget the old call center stereotype. The Philippines startup scene is rewriting the script. Filipino entrepreneurs are solving real problems. Logistics across thousands of islands, financial inclusion for the unbanked, and more. Startups like Gcash and Kumu aren't just apps. They're lifelines, democratizing access and opportunity. Venture capital is pouring in, drawn by a young, digital-savvy population and untapped potential. The government is nurturing innovation, but the real magic is in the spirit of bayanihan, collaboration over competition. Founders help each other, building an ecosystem that's both profitable and purposeful. This isn't Silicon Valley, it's something uniquely Filipino. They're proving world-class tech can have a local heart. The world is finally paying attention. The Philippines is building the future by solving its own challenges first. Filipino culture isn't just local, it's global, and it's everywhere. P-pop groups like SB19 are topping charts and building international fan bases. Filipino films and series are winning awards and streaming worldwide, offering authentic stories and fresh perspectives. On social media, Filipinos are trendsetters, creating viral content with humor, heart, and hugo. What sets Filipino culture apart? Authenticity. It's raw, emotional, and unafraid to be real. In a curated world, this honesty is magnetic. Filipino culture invites you in, makes you family, and leaves a mark. It's not trying to impress, it's just being itself. And that's exactly why the world can't get enough. The Philippines wields a different kind of power: peace. Filipino peacekeepers are trusted worldwide, not for their weapons but for their humanity. They immerse in communities, rebuild trust, and win hearts, bringing kapwa and empathy to conflict zones. Their sincerity disarms suspicion and builds real peace. The UN calls on them for missions needing not just force but soul. Their blue helmets symbolize global hope, but their spirit is purely Filipino. The world respects their unique approach. They're not just keeping peace, they're exporting hope. One mission at a time, they show the world what true strength looks like. The Philippines once risked losing its natural wonders to overuse and neglect. But when Boracay was closed for rehabilitation, the world took notice. A bold move that paid off. Now, sustainable tourism is the new standard, from Siargao to Palawan. The message: visit, but respect. As a nation on the climate front lines, the Philippines leads global calls for climate justice. Their vulnerability gives them moral authority, pushing wealthier nations to act. At home, renewables are rising, and conservation is a national priority. Saving paradise isn't just for tourists, it's for survival. The Philippines is setting a global example in resilience and environmental stewardship. They're proving you can protect beauty and your future at the same time. If one word defines the Filipino spirit, it's resilience. Centuries of hardship haven't broken them, they've forged a culture of hope, kindness, and community. After every disaster, Filipinos rebuild, help each other, and find reasons to smile. Bayanihan, the spirit of collective action, lives on, both offline and online. Their response to adversity inspires the world. Strength isn't about never falling, but always rising together. The world expects defeat, instead it sees unity and optimism. Filipino resilience is more than survival, it's a beacon of hope. It challenges global cynicism and reminds us of the power of community. This is resilience with a soul, and in uncertain times, it's exactly what the world needs. On global platforms, the Philippines is now a voice of empathy and experience. Filipino diplomats shape debates with authenticity, speaking from lived reality, not just policy. They bridge divides, acting as honest brokers between East and West, rich and poor. In health, climate, and labor, they advocate for practical, human-centered solutions. Their credibility comes from resilience, partnership, and a global network. The Philippines proves you don't need to be the loudest to be respected. Their voice is calm, balanced, and deeply human, and the world is finally listening. The Philippines didn't buy respect, it earned it, with heart and principle. Once seen through a narrow lens, it's now a model of grit, diplomacy, and authenticity. Its greatest export is humanity, its greatest strength, character. In a fractured world, the Philippines story is a roadmap for hope. The secret is out. The Philippines isn't just rising, it has risen. Share this story. Let the world see what real progress looks like. Because the quiet rise is over. The world is watching.